Welcome back to another episode of Broken to Better. My name is Josh, and this is my weight loss journey from 450 plus pounds to healthy. Today, or this episode, I'm recording on September 8th, 2025, and this is not a good episode. So let's get into it. So first, I want to go back to something that I said in the very first video, and I said, I'm not about fake positivity. This isn't going to be, everything's great. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. I want to show you and tell you guys about not just the victories, but the small defeats. And so something occurred, I'd say the last 5 days, and I need to correct it. So first, I was stress eating. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I started stress eating. Now, to be fair, my job, even though I get to work remote, I get to work in a home away from home office. I have a lot of responsibilities. A lot of things depend on me, and that carries with it a whole lot of stress, especially when things beyond my control affect our sales, affect conversions, all that good happy stuff. So I eat a lot of stress, no pun intended, at work. But I also get a lot of stress at home, which is why one of the reasons why I have a home away from home office. So I started stress eating. Again, stress induced, hence stress eating. Couple things that really, really irritate me, and I'm mad at me. Like this is 100% my fault. But some of the things that really irritate me is, A, I knew I was doing it, and B, I was still active. It's not like I shut down. I didn't. Now, kind of a silver lining here, even though I was stress eating, I wasn't stress eating junk food, and that's kind of very important. And it's actually a positive that I'm focusing on. And to explain that a little bit, because at home, certain people have zero respect or regard for what other people are trying to accomplish in their life. I have plenty of access to junk food all the time, and it's there. I didn't eat any. I did have popcorn, but it was the skinny pop or whatever. But I didn't have a whole bag. I had a handful. But I still ate stuff or I overate, I should say, and mostly it was bread. I like bread. I always have. It's one of my little guilty pleasures, bread and some peanut butter, and I'm happy. But I was overeating, and I had too much. So now, I get in this morning, I weighed myself, and I gained some weight over the weekend, and that irritated me to no end. Now here's some takeaways. So, in my opinion, I've got two choices. I can either get depressed, spiral out of control, and end up back in the Haagen-Dazs, or I can say to myself, you messed up here. You got to fix it. And here's how you're going to fix it. And then go do it. So I kind of had this internal conversation with myself last night, actually. And so I'm going to fix it. So I'm moving forward, at least for the foreseeable future. Got rid of the bread. I'm going back on strictly protein and vegetables, nothing more. I'm not even doing the honey thing right now. That's an extra carb that I kind of don't need right now. And continue working out and, between the gym and taking those very long walks. Uh, so I'm not going to let a small defeat ruin months of hard work. And, to be honest, one of the reasons why I think I started this, and I probably should have said it, but I didn't because anyway, I kind of felt this coming. All the stress I eat, no pun intended, at work, and then all the added stress of some of the just stupid that I have to deal with in my life, with people in my life, um, it wears on you. And you can only put it off for so long, right? So I kind of felt this coming. Now, another kind of silver lining here is this does kind of serve as a good test bed for a few things. First off, what do I do when I get to my goal weight? Is that it? No. And this also kind of brings out a larger discussion. Everything that I've been doing over the last 8 months, and then slowly changing as things change, is really about, it's not a diet, it's not a I'm going to do this until. It is a lifestyle change. So I'm undoing years of bad behavior, and uh, first real slip up in 8 months, not bad. Again, not great. I wish it had never happened, but can't win them all. Every every day, every week is its own trial and tribulation. And I failed last week, most of last week. And that's okay, because I've identified the problem and I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to get depressed. I'm not going to slide back into a bag of Lays. Nope. I'm going to double down. I'm going to restrict my diet, and I already have. Today nothing but water and coffee. I have not ate yet. I'm starting to get a little hungry, but before I eat, I got to finish my work. I got to get a shower, and then I got to get to the gym. And I'm going to do all of that in that order before I eat. Um, Another thing that I think is important to point out is, if you find this and you're on your own weight loss journey, health journey, you're going to have setbacks. You can't let those setbacks win. Not to make it sound like a game, but it is kind of a game. Every day is, again, it's its own little trial and tribulation. And B, you have to treat it as such. So every day is a challenge, and you either meet it or you don't. And if you don't, try again tomorrow. It would be real easy for me to do in my own head, because trust me, I was there on Sunday, yesterday. I was there on the 7th. I've been really good. I've been doing great. These past 8 months, that's a wrong mindset when you're looking in the fridge. That is the wrong mindset when you're at the grocery store. But again, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to let me let this, I'm not going to slide backwards. I refuse to do it. I'm digging in, and I'll just work through it. So I guess I want to end this by saying, look, if you if you're on your own journey, whether you're trying to lose 100 pounds or whether you're trying to lose 10 pounds, just understand you're not going to win every day. But it's how you react to those losses is what's going to dictate your success. I've heard it a lot in my lifetime, and when I was younger, I wished I would have believed it. Most people's success and failure lies in their own hands. And this is one of those times. This is a perfect example of that. So I'm doubling down, and yeah, I'm going to get back to it. So I think that's enough. I wanted to put this out there again, being real and authentic, and not every day is a good day. And today was not one of those good days. The last 5 days were not one of those good days. But I'm not going to let it stop me. So if you found this, if you like it, if you want to follow, please do. But more importantly, I ask you to comment. If you're looking to start a journey like this and you stumble upon this, let me know. If you're mid-journey like I am and you've had some of your own stumbling blocks, talk about, type a comment. You're anonymous. It's the internet. What did you do? How did you overcome those setbacks? Did you overcome those setbacks? So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I do want to thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.